close your eyes. Rest into your being. Place your hand over your heart and intend to connect to the deepest essence of your authentic self. Who you are on a core level. And connecting beyond mind, beyond identification, to the soul level, to the essence, quintessence level. That place, the deep place in your heart, where you and your soul and Creator, God, the Divine meet. And open your heart to the idea that you are an emanation, an extension from the very heart of all that is. Creator, the Divine God, has extended Him herself out, created a unique soul essence that is you, gifted it to you, so that you may be an ambassador of that source, an emanation of that source with a unique purpose. Remember now the true essence and the virtue of the Divine. The Creator of all that is infinite joy, wisdom, peace, abundance, understanding, forgiveness, freedom, compassion. And as an emanation of that Divine Creator source, you have those same virtues anchored in as through you when you allow, when you remember, when you unkink the blocks in the flow of your quintessence and allow the expression of your true embodied selfhood out into the world. What happens is you begin filling the spaces that you are in with the essence of who you are, with the essence of what the Divine is. And over the course of time and experience, imprints of self-belief, shame, resentment, blame, guilt may become like pieces of cloth over a lamp, dampening the light, blocking the full luminosity of truth and love. However, it is not that the light was diminished or changed, rather that overlays came over the light. And similarly, we are speaking to you of your divine essence, and the worthiness and the purity of your being has never been tainted, has never been lost. Certain decisions you may have made, or your ancestors made, or energies that came and overlaid onto you may have temporarily blocked the light, temporarily made you feel less than, temporarily convinced you to believe that there was something wrong with you, that you needed to be punished, that you didn't deserve the best. However, as all of those pieces of cloth are lifted from the lamp, the full essence of what it is remains. Your worth has never been tainted. Your worth as a divine emanation, worthy of the full kingdom of heaven, has always been. And no matter what you have done, you have always been forgiven. And no matter what was done to you, your purity and your essence and your divine virtue remains intact. And so allow the witness, as I witness this in you, wherever you are on the planet, I choose to witness this multidimensionally, the restoration of your awareness of your true selfhood. And in that moment of self-recognition, the ideologies, the overlays of who you are, of how worthy you are, of what you deserve, that no longer resonate with divine truth are being lifted. All self-punishment programs being lifted. All guilt and shame programs being lifted, because the divine is inviting you to return to the quintessence of your being and see yourself, feel yourself in the way that you are seen and felt and loved, accepted, forgiven, chosen, empowered by the divine creator. Offer yourself the gift that has been offered to you already by God's source. Be willing to receive that. Atonement, the absolution of all karmic miasm, heaviness, density, weight, outdated perceptions of self. And remember that there is an intelligent stream of wisdom, love, and truth flowing through you that is you, that is the divine in you through your unique soul signature, expressing in the way that only you can express, that has a specific mission. It has specific people to reach with a specific message that only can be delivered by you. And in order for this divine essence, wisdom, message, mission to actualize, to be fulfilled, requires you to be receptive to your true self and willing to express that through you, unbridled, unblocked, unimpeded by anything that is not your true authentic self. And so, are you willing to give full access, full yes, full commitment, full conviction to be the steward, the vessel, and the embodiment of your selfhood, your mission, your blueprint, and then the expressor, the extender of that to those whom you are meant to touch? If you are all in, I invite you to say yes now. And the beautiful thing about being human is that we can love ourselves despite the imperfections, the flaws, the kinks, the places which our personality and humanity still contains little woundings, limitations that block the divine flow of ourself. Wherever we have places that keep us from being in our fullness 24/7, those are the places that deserve our deep love, our care, our compassion, our mercy, and our tolerance. Not to enable them, but to love them into the transfiguration, into wholeness. However long that takes, the patient self-acceptance, the sacred fathering and mothering of the lower aspects of the wounded inner child aspects within us into spiritual adulthood. And that process takes its own divine timing. And so wherever you are in your integration of all aspects into the unified crystalline consciousness of your mastery, wherever you are, there you are, and all is well. And so give yourself permission to love yourself, all aspects of self, wherever they are. And the love is not incomplete love, which enables overgives or undergives. This love is all comprehensive love. It contains the omni-universal love, the compassionate love, the mothering love, the fathering love, the soft love, and the tough love that welcomes and refines and helps structure the evolution and ascension of self, little self into big self, of unintegrated, fragmented aspects into unified consciousness. And this wisdom, this love, is now flowing through you with your permission to those aspects of you that require full embrace. If you're willing to embody this, to be the Heavenly Father and Mother for these aspects of yourself, I invite you to say yes now. And with that said, we want to bring forth what's called a soul overview, to bring forth an overview of anywhere that you have allowed yourself to act out of alignment with your true self, where you have allowed yourself to be out of integrity with your heart, where you allow yourself to harm yourself or others. And this overview is designed to integrate the lessons from those experiences so that A, you no longer have to recreate them or re-experience them again. B, you get to release the shame and guilt that has either been internalized or projected upon you from others, and have full forgiveness, reset, and renewal to integrate the wisdom from those experiences into a new phase of life that allows the highest timeline, the highest destiny, and your higher self to embody even more. If this resonates, I invite you to say yes. And open your heart, open your mind to this overview. And let in your heart distinguish the difference between guilt and remorse, between shame and constructive self-awareness. And so gathering the parts of you that may have any level of shame, guilt, unforgiveness, resentment, and gathering those aspects in the integration of wisdom from all of these experiences, asking for a healing of all imprints, all traumas, all wounds, asking for a synthesis of lessons learned and the removal of all belief systems and protective mechanisms that were created from these traumas and imprints, and the dissension of the new ways to view yourself and the new belief systems that support your freedom moving forward. If this resonates, say yes now. And shedding all the layers of identification with yourself from a small s perspective, when you haven't been yourself and you identified as that, we're asking those layers of identification, those clothes that have been worn, those pieces of cloth over the lamp, to be released as much as possible to allow the fuller emanation of your authentic self and the deeper identification with the quintessence, with this soul personality, not with the incarnate identity that has been conditioned, but with the true virtues of the soul personality and the signature of your quintessence. Identifying deeper with that, deeper now, to allow the fullness, the magnificence, the brilliance, and the spiritual genius and capacities of your being to have access to your mind, heart, body, expression, voice, that you may bring that to the world. If you resonate, say yes now. Creating space, disconnecting from all people, things, energies that no longer serve you, clearing those recordings, releasing all negative interference, distortions, calling all that is yours by divine right back to you now. Heart, soul, power, wisdom, magic, abilities, all that belongs to you across all time, space, and dimension, washed, clean, and brought back, put in the right place within you now, integrated, synthesized, sealed within your field for your highest and best moving forward. If this resonates, say yes. And bringing in the new architecture of divine leadership, of benevolent power integrated with compassion, of how to be in your power in a way that serves all life. Releasing any outdated models which are either extreme martyrdom or extreme selfishness, and finding the beautiful synthesis where you can be absolutely aware of what is best for you while being aware of how to provide the greatest service for the all. That balance point being reached, allowing yourself to trust yourself to be in power and in alignment with the highest will of Creator, the Divine, the infinite intelligence that serves life. To be in alignment with that as you steward the energy, the power, the wealth, the resources that flow to you, to create a permission slip, a permission for you to get back into your seat of power, into your authority to be an ambassador of the divine, into permission to be a steward of power and wealth. Right here, right now, if this resonates, say yes. Grounding down, integrating all that we've done, sealing this work, giving thanks, and so it is.